Do you ever feel like you have big dreams, huge goals, and a vision for your future, but somehow you have no energy to start? You want success. You want to become better. You want to achieve something important. But instead, you find yourself scrolling through videos, checking social media, and saying, "I'll start tomorrow." Then tomorrow comes, and the same thing happens again. So why does this happen? Because your brain naturally chooses comfort. When a task feels too difficult or overwhelming, your brain tries to protect you. It tells you, "Don't do it now. Do it later." But later becomes tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week. And eventually, your goals stay exactly where they were. But here's the truth. You are not lazy forever. Laziness is not your personality. It's a pattern. And patterns can be changed. Today, you will learn 6 powerful tips that can help you defeat laziness and finally start taking action. Tip 1. Change your identity. The first step is changing how you see yourself. A lot of people repeat, "I'm lazy. I'm bad at discipline. I'm a procrastinator." But your brain listens to these words. The more you repeat something, the more your brain accepts it. So instead of creating an identity of a lazy person, create the identity of someone who takes action. Tell yourself, "I am someone who improves every day. I am someone who finishes what I start. I am someone who keeps promises to myself." At first, it might feel fake, but your actions follow your identity. When you start seeing yourself as a disciplined person, you naturally begin acting like one. Tip 2. Use the 5-second rule. The biggest enemy of action is overthinking. You decide to study. You decide to work. You decide to improve yourself. But then your brain starts talking. Maybe later. Maybe after I rest. Maybe tomorrow. And suddenly, another hour disappears. That's why you need the 5-second rule. The moment you think about doing something important, count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Move before your brain creates excuses. Open the book. Start the task. Take the first step. Because once you start moving, your brain becomes much easier to control. Tip 3. Make the first step. Extremely small, big goals scare your brain. When you think, "I need to completely change my life. I need to study for hours. I need to become successful," your brain sees a huge mountain, and it wants to escape. So don't focus on the entire mountain. Focus only on the first step. Don't say, "I need to write a whole essay." Say, "I will open the document." Don't say, "I need to study everything." Say, "I will read 1 page." Small actions remove pressure, and small actions create momentum. The hardest part is not completing the goal. The hardest part is starting. Tip 4. Use the power of unfinished tasks. Your brain hates unfinished things. That's why you remember unfinished conversations. That's why unfinished songs stay in your head. Your brain wants closure. You can use this to beat laziness. Don't force yourself to work for 3 hours. Just begin. Write 1 sentence, read 1 page, solve 1 problem. Once you start, your brain creates a small unfinished task, and naturally, it wants to finish it. The first few minutes are the hardest. After that, continuing becomes much easier. Tip 5. Use the minimum effort strategy. Some days you will have no energy, no motivation, no focus, and that's completely normal. The mistake people make is thinking, "If I can't do everything, I'll do nothing." But consistency is more important than perfection. On bad days, lower the standard. Study for 15 minutes. Read a few pages. Do 1 small productive thing. The goal is not to have a perfect day. The goal is to keep the habit alive. Because 1 bad day can become 2. 2 can become a week. And a week can become giving up completely. Small progress is still progress. Tip 6. Learn without feeling like you're studying. Your brain doesn't hate learning. It hates boring learning. Traditional studying can feel exhausting, but your brain loves stories, videos, and interesting information. So use that. Want to learn history? Watch videos that explain it like a story. Want to understand difficult topics? Find simple explanations. Listen to educational podcasts while walking or doing daily tasks. Your brain thinks you are relaxing, but you are still improving. The easier learning feels, the more likely you are to continue. If you enjoy videos about self-improvement, psychology, and becoming a stronger version of yourself, subscribe to the channel. More videos like this are coming, and they might help you change the way you think and act. Now remember, you don't need to wait for motivation. Motivation usually appears after you start. Take action first. Make the first step easier. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, because your future is created by the small actions you repeat every day. So start now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.